We're just gonna play a single quick at 4xbet here, who are the ones to make this cup possible, so shout out to them. And after that we're gonna load in and see how it goes.
5 seconds remaining.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO, casino and live dealers. Highest payouts, 100% bonus on your first deposit.
Okay, so strategy time here being used. And let's see how wisely it's been used. I mean, Faceless, Void, safe lane, off lane, Legion, and mid lane OD seems like a really solid draft from Mongolz, whereas mid lane Broadmother, off lane Puck, and safe lane Bristleback also seems pretty good from 1020. 1020 they kinda have once again that core time to play around. Last time around they failed to do so, but this is a new attempt, and if the Broadmother goes well, if 1020 the player on the Broadmother can get a good laning stage going, then this game could become really darn close. Okay, looks like the ghosts have been called. Quick hero switch and... Why aren't they unpausing? I really don't know why they're not unpausing, but... Everybody just calling G until finally somebody presses the unpause button. 1020 is now on the Broadmother. Cool, on the offlane Puck. Seems pretty much like the lineup is supposed to go. So not sure what went on there. Definitely an interesting combination of items on this Broadmother. I mean, this looks like a spider I'd actually be afraid of. Even though I think I'd just poke it in the eye if I were to in the eyes on the legs if I were to encounter one in real life. We're not gonna see a lot of early aggression, so let's take a look at this. Yeah, just poke the eyes. Pop, pop, pop.
The battle begins.
Okay, and we're off. No early game aggression, no rune snatch this time around. Gonna make for a way easier start for Team 1020. Last time around at Earth Spirit, snatching the runes away out of their face, but this time around it looks like Proxy might just be able to contain himself here. Bristleback with that instant double quill spray, able to hold a pretty dominant position on this lane. Make sure nobody dares to come near him. But Sankey and Proxy don't plan to just, go near him and give him good old hug. They plan to go for a pretty aggressive initiation, burning 2D down here while he doesn't have a point in the Bristleback. Right now he's still pretty damn squishy, and that experience you need to get tanky on a Bristleback is really important. So Keeper of the Light just gonna give a bit of solo experience where he can, and Keeper of the Light in a bit too much trouble for Bristleback to just go on the kill there on the Jakiro. I think Bristleback would have gotten the kill there in hindsight, but you kinda wanna run your lane somewhat stable. I do like the Bristleback combo here. It definitely demands a lot of respect from Mongolz bottom tri lane, and for the time being that seems pretty damn well effective. Meanwhile, Reggie not quite getting the lane of his life, but that's completely fine. Safe lane OD, mid lane Legion Commander. There's just, you know, a lane switch to counter the Broodmother, and it's one hell of a creative one. Keeper of the Light now comes into the mid lane and gets punched down by the Legion Commander. I mean, OD, he kinda lacks that reliable AoE. Yes, he has the imprisonment, but you can't imprisonment spiders without Broodmother moving the rest away, so Legion with the overwhelming odds is gonna get a lot of last hits. Meanwhile, Sand King got a kill onto Reggie there, which is quite the accomplishment, even though Reggie does only have 2 levels in the Time Walk. And in the current meta, I actually really start to miss the Faceless Void. I can evade everything, and it's unstoppable by MKB skill. I know it was cancer because it was never really well balanced, but in the current meta it would be so exciting to just all of a sudden see a Faceless Void who's been, you know, losing a fight, and people try to gank him, nuke him down, survive, Time Walk away, and go for a kill. I know it would be a bit overpowered, but give him like a, I don't know, 15% chance just for, you know, fun value and for making it a slightly more interesting hero.
I'll take your tribute.
Keeper of the Light gonna go down once again. 2 kills for Mongolz, both on the same hero, and 2D is trying to run down Retribution. This would be such a huge kill if you were to get it, but Retribution, okay. The Solve getting cancelled there. Respect, no, just barely out of range. That was a really close one. And Bristleback trying to come on in there. Manages to deny the TP, but can't quite finish off the kill with only 1 level in the Bristleback perk. And just like that, 2D is out of there. Didn't quite get the chance to commit on a kill. And Broodmother, of course, against the Legion. Not too effective in lane. So, just gotta sit back, watch Legion farm for a lot of her time. If she makes spiderlings, those spiderlings are just gonna overwhelming odds. And wait, let's do some math here. Spiderlings have 450 health. There is 80 base damage plus. Okay, that's all that I want to know. If you don't hit the Broodmother, it requires a lot of spiderlings. With the Broodmother, about 8 to 10 should be enough. Bristleback just got take down there to the Jakiro burn. I thought he just got saved by a 2-man TP in, but the damage over time alone was enough to secure the kill there. Okay, and now 10-20, the player is gonna get ran at. Gonna lit a fire by the Jakiro Legion. Just gonna be glad with those 10 extra points of damage. Proxy goes down with the Sand King right-clicking him away slowly but surely. Legion Commander almost got Labi there, not quite though. And now Baba Yaga just gonna run out of there. Got 10 dual damage, that's completely fine. Labi gonna try and up here. He doesn't have a stick though, so he would have definitely been dead otherwise. Not like he had a save available. Not like he knew. It was just, well, not sure if it was dumb luck or calculated, because they could have, you know, walked at more of a distance with the Keeper of the Light. Kinda, well, like Sand King goes like this, and Keeper of the Light goes like this, and then hugs the edge down here and walks further this way. That would keep them out of range, but I'm not sure if that was calculated or a mistake. Either way, it worked out well there for 1020, who are doing their best to keep themselves in the game right now. The OD for Mongolz is farming quite hard though, and let's switch over to net worth too. Okay, so Puck seems to be going pretty well. Got 1 kill, a good amount of experience, decent amount of last as well. The Broodmother has struggled on the middle lane, but is of course pretty fast when it comes to farming the jungle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Broodmother got a spider army. Not anymore. I don't know, it's so satisfying to counterpick Broodmother with Legion. It's really annoying for 1020. Especially because they didn't expect the Legion to be mid lane, so
What was I doing?
that's one of those lane switches which kinda can ruin your entire matchup if it doesn't get shut down somehow. And by Broodmother going jungle, it kinda helps out, but the Legion is sitting on top of net worth by quite a big margin. Legion is very underestimated as a core hero, and if 1020 don't manage to somehow soon get a good gank going on the Legion command, they're gonna find out why Legion is often still played as a core hero in pubs. And why it's a really good pick still in ticketed games in my opinion. I mean, I'm a Legion spammer, so might be a little bit biased. Okay, now Puck getting Chronosphere up, follow up stun, follow up silence. Reggie getting a guaranteed kill there on Cool, who was sitting at a really comfortable spot in the net worth, now far less comfortable to say the least. And Labi, who decided to teleport in there, is now also kinda getting screwed up. By kinda I mean a lot. TP in from Keeper of the Light, who's not even gonna connect on Reggie. And Mongolz, they do have a really dominant playstyle. 1020 don't get a chance to enjoy themselves here. And tower deny failed, and instead it's gonna turn into what could be a duel win. Okay, not so lucky on the moment of courage there, but 1020 on the Broodmother is still gonna go down eventually. With rotation in from the Takiro. It could have been worse for 1020, but could have been worse is not how you win games. Could have been worse might be how you not lose games. Both the Puck and the Broodmother getting shut down in quick succession. The Bristleback still kind of struggling. Already died once. And he's now gonna get a pretty big engine stack here, which is gonna help him out quite a lot. Gonna try and up just to make sure he's safe and he can get it done fast. And if Bristleback gets enough of those stacks, and look at that, Keeper of the Light has been doing one hell of a job while he was giving Bristleback the solo experience he needs anyways. So Insidious C is what currently all of a sudden puts 1020 in a bit of a better position. So much gold in Bristleback's pocket here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Earth Spirit? Okay. Earth Spirit got ganked up by Cool while trying to enable Baba Yaga to run at somebody. Baba Yaga accidentally toggled the armlet off, and that's gonna mean no kill quite yet. Puck, no blink there yet though, so no safe escape from Baba Yaga's fearsome Legion commander. And Baba Yaga not quite getting the duels he wants, but I don't think that's much of a consolation for 1020 here. The one thing they got going on is the Bristleback, who is now sitting third in net worth. Puck is also kinda big, but Puck doesn't rely on net worth, Puck relies on experience and kills. So you kinda wanna have Bristleback farming more than you want Puck farming. And another interesting thing is how Bristleback's gonna hold his own once OD gets big enough to perma switch on the Arcane Orb. By the way, am I the only one who still takes the movement speed talent on OD a lot of the time? I mean, I can't be the only one, right?
Time is money.
It's almost like nobody likes it anymore because it's only 10 movement speed. But
I'll take your tribute.
I don't know. The mana, of course, allows you to come online earlier, but movement speed is so fun to have on ranged heroes with strong disables like OD. You get in there, you catch somebody with the Astral, and I don't know, it's just satisfying. And look at that. Bristleback now, gonna get killed off. Baba Yaga, there's that second duel. Finally. And on 2D as well, the one saving grace for 1020 at this point. Now Broadmother, however, is managing to recover, so 1020, they are trying to keep both of their carries farmed. I've talked about before how strong it was when, meanwhile, Reggie gets caught. Really nice there from Cool, who is doing a good job here. And I've talked about it before how good it was when all of your cores are equally farmed and going equally well, because then the enemy has a harder time shutting them down. If one gets shut down, two still dealt damage or did whatever makes them cores during the team fight, so it makes it harder for a team with good initiation potential or just good team play to shut you down. It's a safer strat, but less rewarding if you do win a team fight, because it's not like one core is gonna be completely unkillable raid boss. You know, with Sven you can wipe a team, whereas with 3 cores you can't wipe a team, but if you get initiated on, you can cut your losses way better.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. This will do nicely.
Double damage.
Okay, 1020, they're trying to push towers. They are holding their own in the net worth graph quite steadily. Ember Spirit, or Earth Spirit, I mean. Wait, I think he had 1020. I think he thought he had 1020 there and didn't. Did get a lot of gold from that one, and meanwhile, guess who did get hit? Jakiro by Keeper of the Light and Friends, and now the Keeper of the Light is gonna get chronoed up. Well, Baba Yaga will get a duel victory on the Bristleback here. More duel damage, always welcome. And Retribution, he's not quite huge, but he does have some base damage to put in the face of Bristleback, so could be worse. And he went for the mana, so he comes online really, really fast.
What have we here?
I mean, that's 900 gold worth in 1 talent. That's why I think it's kinda insignificant. But in this case, it's definitely the right choice, don't get me wrong. I just think the fact that nobody even considers going something else is kind of depressing, and Retribution is gonna be in quite a bit of trouble. Dream Coil on proxy there. Retribution will be fine for the time being. Now gets killed off by Cool. Meanwhile, the Broadmother got killed off by Baba Yaga, the Legion commander, and we're gonna see an attempt from 1020. Okay, it's just gonna be a 1-for-1 trade here. Trading a core for a core? Wait, did Legion get dual damage? I gotta check that in a bit. Yup. Okay, that makes it actually kinda disadvantageous for 1020, who were off to a good start. Broadmother did go for the Deso build, so is about to get a whole big momentum swing going her way. Meanwhile, Bristleback's gonna go for the Solar Crest here. Not quite sure what to think of that. It's a good item, but with the 3 equally farmed cores, I'm not sure if you really benefit of having an armor reduction item well timed. It does have synergy with the Broadmother, so to kind of redeem it. Freaking Legion Commander. Baba Yaga just going ham. He is a well-known, well-respected player within the Southeast Asian community and within the general Dota community for a good reason. And plays like these, where he just continuously runs at somebody, kills them off, just continue running at them, get damage and become immortal. I know it's a typical Legion game plan, but the fact that he's able to execute this better than most heroes would be on, you know, easier to play cores, is pretty impressive. 7-0, great game sense, always staying safe. Reggie, meanwhile, not quite having that great of a game, but he's a Void, he should be fine, right? Void, one of the better heroes coming back, and you got an OD as well to deliver a lot of damage in team fights, who is about to continue building his Hurricane Pike. So nice when you can push away somebody and steal all of that in just to then turn around with the follow-up damage on some other target. And duel up on the puck once again with the armlet is an insta-kill. That stun wasn't even necessary, but just in case somebody came in to help. Now Baba Yaga. Look at that. With the overwhelming odds now actually getting a lot of movement speed. And without the slime stacks going full racing car mode, in comes the Crow's on 3 now. Perfect initiation there from Mongolz, and look at that. Burrow Strike follow-up. Nice little kill onto Proxy, but it's only Proxy. Can they get Baba Yaga here? Okay, Baba Yaga going for a great juke. Can now blink away and just walk out of there. Got the heal available as well. Instead, it looks like we're gonna see Reggie go on down to 1020. So, still a really nice kill for 1020. 1020 doing their best to stay in this game against the huge Legion Commander, but the Legion Commander, oh, look at that long range Burrow Strike. Nearly max range onto Sanky there. Gonna make sure he goes down for that redding.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Legion now seeing a freaking 80 damage. Broadmother, of course, has the mischance going on, but ooh, look at the damage Proxy is taking. I mean, Proxy is the one bully target on Mongolz, is the nicest way to put it. And Broadmother killing him off again is really nice for 1020, but the Legion should be a main priority here. Bristleback now got the Solar Crest to make Legion Commander's dual chances. Oh wait, no, he's not going Solar Crest actually. He's going for a Halberd. Interesting choice. It will stop Legion in her tracks. Stop a lot of damage from either the Legion or the OD. But the OD is also getting dangerous, so you need 2 Halberds or once again the perfect initiation, which for 1020, the last game we saw them struggle with getting it. Maybe this time around they will be better at doing so, maybe with a good bait on the Legion Commander or something. But what's a good comparable item to Legion's insane damage bonus? I would say MKB, but you can't build that for the mischance. OD. That was a huge kill, actually. An OD who was sitting in the trees. I wonder how they found him, though. I mean, he was sitting there in the trees just chilling. Did they Maybe they interrupt his TP with a good burrow strike or something. Either way, now Proxy once again going down at the start of the fight, and that's a double kill for the Bristleback. Just slaughtered the huge OD. Is now gonna get a good time, finishing his halberd. 10-20, pushing the aggression with a really big move here, and that really big move could turn the game eventually around. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be possible, just because of all that synergy going on. Broadmother about to complete the Orchid here, which is gonna enable 10-20 far more. A smoke gank, walking straight past 10-20, who are looking for a couple of pickups themselves, but now Keeper of the Light might run in there. No, he won't actually. Okay, so we got the Kiro caught out at the beginning of the teamfight. He will get the Macropyre up and running. Bristleback taking a lot of damage as well. Trying to get out of there. OD imprisoning him. Meanwhile, Chronosphere on the Sand King, who is out of mana, so kind of used for this fight. The Legion Commander duel. It's gonna be won by the Bristleback. It's not like he benefits off the dual damage a lot, but the kill on the Legion Commander is huge. Now he's on a double kill, mega kill. He just kills the two biggest heroes and finally goes down, but so much value. And the Keeper of the Light now with the Brute continuing to man-fight this Reggie. Dangerously low health. One more hit from the Brute is gonna do it if she can close the distance somehow with the web, trying to on the hunt there for a Void. And 10-20 not quite as confident tower diving as 10-20 didn't quite manage to check the mana there, but what a fight from Team 10-20 here. If they can just keep pushing the aggression like this, killing off both cores, since, you know, Mongolz Lamp, it's great, but it's super greedy. So right now is the time to push the aggression. And if Mongolz aren't able to kinda outlast 10-20's insane momentum spike here, then they're gonna lose, and we're gonna go to game number 3. So a really good chance going on there for 10-20. I mean, look at that gold swing. Blizzardback getting a bit of damage as well. And honestly, I think BKB here is a good item. Oh, okay, we got a duel up this time around on the Broadmother, but with the missed chance, no chance of winning that for Baba Yaga. Now Baba Yaga is gonna go down, just completely body blocked in. No chance of getting away there. Phase boots were on cooldown as well. That's gonna be frustrating when you die due to phase boots cooldown. Proxy gonna go down. Now the Jakiro Sand Key gonna go down, and this bottom tower is gonna get pushed in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mongolz, they're just looking for safe farm on their big cores. OD really desperately needs his BKB to actually snowball. $10-20 for the first time in about 22-23 minutes, getting the net worth in their favor. And if they don't let it go now, they stand a really good chance to turn this game around. The missed chance from the Broadmother, as well as the chain stun onto the Legion, make it nearly impossible to get more dual damage, regardless on who. And Brad now gonna get an Orchid up and running.
Time is money.
This will do nicely.
Okay, Reggie now gonna get gone on, having his mana burn, but not quite enough for the Chronosphere there. He will get stunned up, he will get disarmed up, so not any work to be done in the Chronosphere. Just trying to teleport out now. Is there any stun time? No, there isn't. Instead, Sandkey will get found here, but that's just a comparatively low value kill. So Sandkey taking one for the team there, taking one for his Paleface's Void, Reggie.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, so 500 gold still swinging around, and the tier 1 now being traded. This trade still, however, favorable for 1020, very favorable even, because now 1020 start opening up the map. That way, if you know that your opponent's trying to force a losing fight, you can just find return farm, and both teams just taking a bit of chip damage on their tier 2, but Broodmother good at dealing more than just a tiny bit of chip damage, so that's not bad. And it looks like Mongolz want to force a fight here. Let's see who they initiate on. Okay, the Legion duel this time around getting saved forcibly, or at least partially forcibly, with the silence there. Legion now dueling up just to save Odie's life, but it's gonna go down. And okay, so apparently duel damage doesn't count if you're Astral Imprisonment at the Dream Call, just barely missing Retribution there. Still alive, almost made it to the shrine, not quite though, and Mongolz all of a sudden starting to lose this game. As 1020 started to realize who were the actual cores ahead of net worth, who do we need to shut down, and did exactly that. However, with the opened up map, Mongolz still able to find a little bit of split push here and there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Your shrine has fallen to the Dire.
The Roche got taken by the Dire here, pretty much completely safe.
Dire are scanning.
That's for me.
Okay, the game is kind of quiet, it is kind of clutch, the net worth really equaled out. A lot of high ground defense from Mongolz side, but Mongolz, they would love to initiate a fight right now. They have this really aggressive, really punishing playstyle, which 1020 had to suffer in the last game where they just wouldn't call GG, but this time around Mongolz got a better defensive and late game lineup, despite them not wanting to play that way, as they've shown by initiating 2 fights which they then proceeded to lose. It's not like they're out of this, they're still in a pretty dominant position. They just need to make sure they don't initiate without knowing at least 4 out of 5 heroes positions, because it's so risky to find a good try and find a good duel. Baba Yaga might be a really skilled player, but there's a reason why Legion isn't picked every game anymore. There is a reason why Legion isn't played as a core a lot. I, as a Legion player, feel like I'm more than justified to talk on that subject, because I've been trying to make the core Legion work, and it's... Oh no, the misclick. Oh, the pain of that. And am I the only one who remembers in the Chinese meta, the old Chinese meta, I think, when New B and old IG used to be the top teams, where it would happen. It happened in 3 games in total, in like one Dota season, where the BKB was clicked by accident, and it ended up losing the game for the team who clicked it. So this is a really bad omen, if not more, for Team Mongolz. I mean, it's not that important. It's a 44-second cooldown, yes. It's a 1-second BKB duration, which you... not sure if you don't mind losing it, but it could be worse. It's not like accidentally pressing a teamfight winning ultimate. You know, it's not like accidentally ravaging. It's almost as big, but not quite. But it's really foreshadowing the worst case scenario here. And let's just take a look at general items. Okay, so 1020 got Orchid as well as Desolator up and running. 2D got BKB, Heaven's Halberd. You see Aghanims, so 1020 all of a sudden have a lot of sustain items, a lot of items to keep them in the team fight, whereas Mongolz, signifying their more aggressive playstyle, got a lot of those aggressive items.
I was meant to have this.
Silver Edge, which can be huge against Bristleback. It can be really useful against Broodmother as well if you want to get a good duel victory. Broodmother, after all, one of the duel losing heroes. But in general, 1020 might not be favored that much in terms of gold, but the gold distribution and the item prioritizing seems to be really good for them. And now Retribution forced the BKB there. Just imagine if they had engaged on a Legion Commander instead of an OD who still had a BKB down. That would have been fatal. And we got a pause. Okay, that gives me time to go to the toilet real quick. I gotta go to the toilet. Like, I've drank way too much coffee this morning. So be right back, guys, and let's see how this game is gonna proceed afterwards. Shouldn't be that long of a pause, right? Okay, I'm back. That was some really convenient timing since it allows me to breathe easy. Okay, so 1020 is still in a really good, nice and aggressive position. And 2D, I like his build here a lot. Going for a Skull Bash. I mean, the other thing I would take into consideration would be the Octarine Core. Honestly, going Abyssal Blade into Octarine Core seems the best course of action here. I know the Octarine Core for the Quill Spray alone isn't all that huge, but when you get cooldown reduction on a Heaven's Halberd, allowing you to, you know, rely on it twice a team fight. Right now you can in longer team fights, just 18 seconds, but you know, that cooldown reduction on both that and the Abyssal Blade, as well as the BKB, which is still at 10 seconds, so you don't need it yet, but in the long run that cooldown reduction with 3 really big activatable items seems extremely useful, in addition to the spell lifesteal. You're kinda gonna struggle with mana eventually, but I don't know, it still seems really good.
Time is money.
Bristleback didn't take the spell lifesteal, he took the attack speed instead, so that's another reason. It just seems so good. And then he can take quill stack damage instead of the health, and it's gonna be fine because of the spell lifesteal the Octarine still gives him. Also, this picture here reminds me a lot of Warcraft 3 with these spider webs between trees. There used to be maps who had this all over the floor, the spider web thingies. It wasn't the Undead campaign where you had to make an alliance with the Crypt Fiend thingies. It was one hell of a campaign. Ooh, by the way, Dota. Ooh, nice, we can put cinematic view on the webs. But in general, Team 1020 itemizing really well here, pushing the aggression really well, showing why they're in the cup, why they made. .1020, they know not to push their luck here, they're not dumb. They might be a little bit with a little bit, you know, tunnel vision-y, I think is the best word to say. The same deal as Rex Dragom Quayon, where you see one objective, you want that objective, you play to get that objective. If you don't get it, you keep going for that objective. If you lose the team fight or even the game because of that, it's fine, you just keep trying again in the next game. And for Rex Dragon Quayon it worked, so it might work for 1020 in a similar fashion.
Radiant are scanning.
And we're gonna see a smoke gank, a big one. 5-man smoke gank out from Mongolz. Can they find somebody? Can they find a high value kill maybe, which would be really nice? Or the best thing would be like a full-blown team fight if 1020 decide to. Okay, they now know there is a Keeper of the Light there. We'll go for him. Get a duel victory off. Everybody else trying to get away. Void trying to close the distance there with the Chronosphere. But oh no. Okay, Puck got ice pathed still. The Chronosphere completely off the mark as Void, I think, just learned that interaction the painful way. If Puck blinks, he's out of the phase shift until the Blink Dagger has activated. The second a Blink Dagger counts as activated, the hero has been moved. So that means you do not materialize, then use the Blink Dagger in like a millisecond or something. No, instantaneously. Like while you're in the rift, you use the Blink Dagger, and then using the Blink Dagger disables the rift at the same time it's been used. And I don't think Reggie knew that. Not the most pleasant way to learn. If the Blink Dagger from Puck was actually disabled there, it would have been a different story, like from taking damage. Because if you take damage, it is viable to put something like Chronosphere onto the Puck. But without that, without the Puck actually, committing that, it's not quite the fight that Mongolz would have wanted. It's still decent-ish to get, but the insane power of phase shift. They still got him in the end, but that does ruin the value a bit. Also, look at the freaking Shipe.
Dire's courier has been killed.
So much for the freaking Shipe. Wait, anyone know how you get that immortal, by the way? It looks fancy as hell. Meanwhile, Sankey, for some reason, went into a 5-man rotation there. I think he was trying to ward spot out exactly this type of rotations, and then got killed off. So 1020 still continuing to establish their presence across the map and to slow siege this game up. And of course, Mongolz do have the better late game, but right now it's really hard to scale, especially because Bristleback, his main goal is to disable those late game heroes and is to stop them in their tracks. God damn it, freaking mouse. Okay, there we go. Whoever came up with the idea of making mouse pads of super hard to clean material, like fabric, which will eventually which will eventually get small hairs stuck in it, which ruin your mouse movement, was an idiot. Everybody knows plastic is the way to go for mouse pads.
What was I doing?
But okay. So, Retribution. He's gonna go for a sheep stick, which is gonna enable him to stay alive a while longer, disable a big core from 1020 side. But Bratmother also going for the stuns here. 1020, they're just building on point, they're playing on point here. Now got the ability to, or at least once the second Skull Basher comes out, got the ability to both gang up on one big carry and kill them off, regardless of who it is. Especially with the Legion duels, that's gonna be really important when two people with Bashers continuously start hitting a Legion. One of the bigger weaknesses of core Legion. That and Mischance. Those are the two annoying ones. Okay, there we are. Good initiation from 1020 here. Getting a lot of value from the Keeper of the Light heals. There comes the big Chronosphere. OD not quite able to make that much happen, but he did burn a lot of mana from the Bristleback Legion. Just carefully holding onto that duel here, knowing that it might just turn against you. Puck now coming in. Mongolz, they are looking to get a good fight going here. Have to dive back deep into their base, but haven't lost anything yet. And Bristleback just getting his in stolen there. Meanwhile, Void trying to get away, will be able to do so, at least for the time being. Team 1020, however, still trying to besiege the tier 3 tower. Now OD has a lot of intelligence stolen. Retribution, and there's the duel! Out onto a free kill on the Keeper of the Light. I wonder if that still counts as a duel victory there. OD might have acted a bit too soon. Okay, no, that was a victory. That's fine then. And the Bristleback is gonna go down. OD going full ham. 1020, the player now, hiding away between the trees, but Void finds him. And Void might have to pay with his life. No, he won't even. That's a full team wipe. That was a really smart move from Mongolz, because they retreated deep into their base. They went like this, and 1020, it took them a while. They were kited until here, until they said, okay, let's go get up this tower instead. Then the fortification came out, and that just enables Mongolz to take a fight they otherwise wouldn't have lived through. It wasn't even 1020 getting greedy or throwing, it was just Mongolz perfectly well biding their time, resetting the fight twice, which cost them a tier 3. Usually, you know, a team is really reluctant to give up a tier 3 like that, which honestly was pretty easy for 1020 to get there, but perfect play, just perfect from Team Mongolz, and this might have turned the entire game around, as you know, now this Legion commander with 300 something damage. Yeah, this is about the same amount of damage Desolator would give you. That's about the amount of damage this Legion is outputting. As if she had a Shadow Blade, Assault Curse, Desolator, Armlet. Well, no, because armor stack interaction on building stuff works differently, but still, I think it's a pretty close comparison here. And the one kind of sad thing for Mongolz is they didn't get any tier 3 tower in return for that tower of their own, so their shrines are probably gonna get killed here if Mongolz don't manage to defend those. It was a really good fight, not a perfect one though. OD put a lot of work in during that Chronosphere, did get a lot of objectives, and 1020 now nearly on equal footing with Mongolz, slightly favored still. Bratmother instead going for the butterfly. So the player 1020 doesn't want to take as much damage. It will help him chrono-proof himself more than going for the Abyssal Blade will. So that just kind of says 1020 is no longer that afraid of the Legion, and now okay, look at that initiation though. You might not be that afraid of the Legion, but Legion is still ramping that damage up, and in comes the Chronosphere. Going full ham on a Sand King, who's just gonna get disabled, so there's no Epicenter, no Burrow Strike, and that second fight initiation. Screw defending your shrines. Offense is the best defense here. At least I believe that Team Mongolz are thinking that right now, and Proxy went down there as a return kill. It's just an Earth Spirit. He didn't get anything good up in the team fight there. Now Legion gonna run at 2D. Might be able to get out of there. Legion can blink and close the distance once again. Oh no! They failed to deal any damage to disable that. So still 2 really good kills, but not a big team fight like Mongolz wanted there. I would kill for some casserole right now, by the way. Some cheese, cauliflower, and minced meat casserole.
Time is money.
Maybe I should order in and eat like a king tonight. Chat, what do you think? Should I order casserole? Meanwhile, let's take a look at the items here while we're at it. I mean, games like these are why I'm starting to like Southeast Asia Dota, and I get to cast all the games in the Southeast Asia Cup except for the Grand Finals. Those will be done by Darklight, the main caster again, and he's deserving because he's done the entire group stage and in general knows Southeast Asian Dota and their meta way better than I do. Not my specialization. Still, we got this game going on, which is a really close one. This is how the first game, I know I say this a lot lately because it's true, but this is how the first game should have been. And that's how a lot of these big decider matches end up, where one of the teams, which is, especially in the lower bracket, it happens a lot statistically speaking, one of the teams which is, you know, kinda inconsistent, really skilled but inconsistent, is up against a different team which is slightly less skilled but way more inconsistent, or way more consistent and way better strategically speaking, you know. You get what I mean? This really reliant team where the odds are usually 60-70 in their favor, but never insanely high. I'm talking about one of those teams against a team like 1020 who are a bit more of a wild card, but can definitely win every single game regardless of who you match them up against. Teams like 1020 often have the wrong approach, underestimate their opponents, overestimate themselves, or just play too aggressively in the first game, and then the second one turns out to be this great masterpiece, this matchup. Okay, game's kinda quiet once again. Not that big of an issue for me, but look at that. OD, fat as hell. Gonna go for that last item, Shivas, just to keep himself alive a while longer. Yeah, I do think Shivas is the best choice. Or? Yeah. Against this Puck it's fine. If Puck had a Dagon plus Ethereal Blade, then as retribution I'd rather go for the Heart. But Puck is gonna go for a really defensive / utility oriented build, even though there is a Veil on him. And yes, I am allowed to co-cast with Darklight. But Darklight and I have zero synergy as casters. We've never co-casted before, and it seems like a bad idea to try that in an important match. We have agreed to co-cast sometime. Also, he has Vate as co-caster, and you know, 3 co-casts seems a bit overkill. Another good reason. And Vate, she really needs the experience. She's really committed to casting, so you know, I'm not really gonna do the finals. At least I got the EU finals, which is still fine. There I'm also way better as an analyst. Anyways, enough about that, as we got a perfect duel initiation. However, that perfect duel initiation is gonna turn bad. Okay, not that bad actually. Now instead the OD using that duel to steal a lot of damage, so Baba Yaga not getting that big carry play. Instead it enables Retribution to do whatever he wants here with the BKB. Or MKB, I mean, and BKB. Really good combo, by the way. You don't miss any hits. You can't get stun locked up. Nothing to prevent you from attacking. He stole a lot of int and turned that around really favorably there. Really good play. And can now get the Shivas, even though I'm still, I don't know. I mean, the Shivas is the better item short term. The Heart of Tarask would be better if you're really afraid of Puck hitting that insane momentum spike where Puck gets all the items he wants. But even then, Puck seems to be going for Sheepstick, so Shivas is completely fine. Yeah, I guess this is just good. No way the Puck's actually gonna be as dangerous as... I mean, look at this. Puck's been at level 25 for quite a while now, and still the net worth looks like this. Team Mongolz all of a sudden made a really good comeback in this game, and I would be way more excited for them if it wasn't for them stomping game 1 in such an anticlimactic way, you know? It's too often the case that the first game, I just want to forget about the first game. The second game should be the first game because it's such a close and exciting game. But you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. And with that last team fight, Mongolz, one more team fight here. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this. So yeah, Mongolz one last team fight is gonna allow them to. It's gonna allow them to tier 3 towers. And I mean, once tier 3 start falling for Mongolz, it could be the beginning of the end. 10-20, they were able to push shrines down, so it's not like there's a lot of gold on the map to be taken for an insta comeback.
Time is money.
This will do nicely.
Okay, so it looks like Team 10-20. They are playing this carefully, just sending 2 people, like 1 core who needs the farm and 1 sacrifice to go with him. I mean, that's pretty much the task of Sand King here. You're a human or, well, insect sacrifice for the Bloodmother, who you need to protect at all costs. So Bloodmother can farm some value up. Maybe get a butterfly going before the big high ground fight starts to begin. At which you look at that. By the way, here, another argument for the plus 10 movement speed. I mean, I'm just an advocate of certain builds. Because at this point, taking movement speed instead of mana would have done OD some good. I mean, that's like 18... Nah, let's be generous here and say 25 pure damage a hit. Against 10 movement speed, which allows you to steal more int. Even if you just get 1 extra hit in a fight. In my opinion, it's always worth it. But other than that, you know, game's quiet. I'm waiting for the game to go 0-100. That's why I know I sound like I'm about to fall asleep, but that's just me saving my voice and, you know, generally being ready for when the game goes from 0-100 again, which might happen any moment here. So right now, I'm just gonna chill. Not put too much excitement in my casting, and then all of a sudden, you'll know when it happens. I think, if it happens at all. I'm prepared for the all-out team fight. Legion with the attack speed, looking for a kill on Bloodmother. Okay, Bloodmother now being gone on. This is the start, and definitely not the start at 10-21. But the Bloodmother is gonna stay alive, and in comes the Chronosphere there And with the duel up, it's still not going to be a duel win. But the Keeper of the Light is dead. No buyback on him. In comes the big epicenter. But look at that damage from the OD ultimate. Broadmother, meanwhile, healing up, tanking up with that lifesteal. Sandkey, however, is going to live. Big stun on everybody. Going to be kept alive by the OD. And buyback from Bristleback committed there. Cool on the puck. Is now going to go down with the sheep stick. And no buyback on the puck either. So it's 2 against 5 right now. And okay, it was not quite anticlimactic, but it could have been better. Maybe we're gonna see a follow-up fight. Maybe 10-20 somehow managed to only give away 1 lane of Rex, and then we get another big team fight, because I want a big team fight now. This is actually a really good team. Really good game here. And look at that, Bristleback now about to go down. Tanking up a lot of damage. OD getting chained his arm, but now that his arm wears off, Bristleback is gonna go down. Broadmother as well with a duel there. And look at that, Legion Commander, 230 bonus damage, which is not bad. It's not even a free rep here, and not even is, of course, respective to Baba Yaga's skill ratio here. And this is just gonna be an insta-enchant and GG. So I saved my voice for nothing. That feels kinda bad. And we're gonna go to a bit of a break here, which is even more anticlimactic, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the show. This second game should have been the first game, because it was actually exciting. This game was so good, it was so close, at many times it looked like 22 had this game in the bag, and look at that. I know in the end the gold graph looks a bit boring always, but 10-20 managed to come back